everyone, today I'm going to be making skirts for the first time with these 3 bottoms I chose for the Arts Youth Festival. And yes, I am using I as my voice for this video. The first part of this video is going to be my progress on making the skirts. And you can skip to the end if you want to see the final product and some of the event itself.
To start, you're going to cut right below the zipper of each one of your bottoms, because if you were to cut close to the zipper, that area may be too thick for your needle to sew through.
Then cut each leg part of the bottoms in half. We'll be using those pieces for the pleats of our skirt.
This tutorial may be confusing because I'm doing multiple skirts, but I'll give the following steps throughout the video.
Please keep in mind that I am a beginner at this also. The first skirt I make is more like a practice skirt.
This is the project I did for the end of the arts program where we learned how to sew with sorta. Check her out on Instagram and if you live locally. She does lessons at her studio if you're interested.
For the beige pants, instead of a pleated skirt, I will be making it a mini skirt with fur trim on the bottom.
I've been doing this program with my boyfriend for the last 10 weeks and it's been amazing. Our teacher has been helpful with all of our needs and even taught him how to do sashiko. Once you have all those parts cut up, use the pant pieces and figure out what length you want them to be vertically and cut it into a rectangle. To elaborate on that, I mean, if you want long pleats, then cut your pieces to rectangles that are longer in its width on the sides. I recommend adding an inch or 2 to it since we'll be sewing it onto the other part and make a hem. I think I did 5 inches for this.
Make sure to do this for all of the parts. Ideally, the length of the leg pieces of the pants should be double the measurement of your waist. For making pleats, I sewed 3 pieces of the leg pieces together, and it was fine, and even had a bit of extra fabric too. Cut off. Make sure to not do the same mistake as I did. When making these skirts, I removed the parts that were sewed on each side horizontally, but not the bottom of the pant / the hem on the sides.
It made it harder to sew and broke 4 of my needles when sewing, because it was too thick when sewing over them.
In this clip with a different skirt, this was me working on my projects at home, including an extra one I made but didn't complete, which is this one, yay. Now back to the pleated skirts I'm teaching you how to sew. Like I said, I used 3 pant pieces and sewed them together and then folded the bottom of them. And sewed it together, create a hem on the pleated part of the skirt.
After that, you're going to start actually pleating the piece. I did this by measuring how long I wanted each pleat to be, which was 5 inches for the skirt. I folded at the 5-inch mark, and repeated by measuring starting at the last pleat I made to the next 5-inch mark.
Then you're going to sew those pleats down after pinning them. If you want, you can iron the pleats down so that it's easier.
There is me trying them out. This is how the first skirt looked when it was finished being constructed. Not perfect yet, but it was good practice.
Now, I'll be putting lace ribbon trim to the bottom of the skirt. I could have sewed it better, but it's practice.
I forgot to say, but after you sew your pleats down, you're pretty much finished once you attach it to the main piece of the skirt. These were just add-ons I put on this skirt. Some bows and a heart corset-like pocket, which I will be putting on the second skirt more properly than this one.
Now here's making the second skirt after learning from my mistakes. To hold my pleats down, I sewed vertically on each pleat. This skirt went out better than the last, but I believe it would have been nicer if I used women's jeans instead of huge men's jeans. But it's okay. I will be practicing even more in the future.
Here are the jeans my boyfriend made. Ha ha ha. But yeah, now we're making the heart corset pockets by taking off the original pocket, cutting them into hearts, putting the corset detail, then attaching them back on.
In these clips to the end of the video, I made everything while disabled since I had surgery on my ankle. It was pretty tough, but we made it through. I got the idea on fur trim and heart corset pockets because of some Liz Lisa skirts I found on Depop and have been wanting, but they're not in my size womp womp.
But yet here's the process of me making them.
Here are the jeans my boyfriend made for his project. I finished them up for him, since he didn't have time to complete them during class. He ate. After I finished the second skirt, I added the fur trim on the beige pants and was pretty much finished. Now here is the event itself.
Yes, that's me in the fit check video. I hope you like the fits.
My items were on display at the event rather than modeled for the fashion show because no one could fit them, which I understand since they were huge. But it was so nice, and that tote with the Vivienne Westwood design is the one I made as well.
Here is my boyfriend's jeans and the fashion show. Everyone did a great job in their projects. I enjoyed being a part of this program for the last 10 weeks. And I hope if any of them are watching this are doing well.
Here are the rest of the stuff I made, and my friend sewing a freaky a pumpkin with felt. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you enjoy this content.